Okay. Well, once again, welcome to the Project Tracker webinar, quick and easy way to create the S-curve reports from your favorite project planning tool. The idea of the Project Tracker is to provide the S-curve and more without the users having to know more information about the exporting data to Excel, producing the S-curve in Excel, which is everything done inside the project tracker. So we can create the S-curves from the Primavera SDK, P6 SDK, or from the XR file or XML file. This is the ability which gives us the overall advantage between the other S-curve creating softwares, let's say, that we can create from the XR file even we don't have the Primavera installed on our PCs or laptops. So as well, we can create our S-curve from the Power project, the MS Project XML, and then later on export it to the Excel if we require. Well, today I'll be importing from the Primavera XR. So after clicking, there is a dialog window where we have to select our project. So I'm selecting one project, say. Then I'll take the baseline. We can get another baseline, which is as late as possible. However, I can use the late dates alternative. Like I can use the late dates from the baseline one as a baseline too. So I'll be using this. So you don't need to create another baseline for that. So once I click import, you can see that how easily I could get the my S-curve. So what we can understand from the screen, let's say, we have a data table, date table, then we have a red line is the actual line, we have a data date, and this is a target line. Okay, on the top we have a progress information. Then on the left side we have a filtering information. I will be explaining all this in more details. Second. On the right side we have a raw data information. And on below I have activity details, which I'll explain right now. So okay, we can create our S-curve based on the several types. Might be on duration, might be on the physical percentage, on the cost, resource, and the resource manpower. So if we'll go to the duration, one of the unique things of the project tracker is we don't need to add resource or cost. So our programs cannot be, it might not be resource loaded or the cost loaded in order to get the durations. It takes information from where our activities occurs. Obviously, some of the activities are more important. Therefore, if you apply the weightings on the MSP or the Power project, you can use according to the weightings. You can apply the weightings to show the S-curve accordingly. Okay. So one of the settings, like it's not only give the one curve, it can give the much more curves, such as we can show our baseline. So you can see we have a baseline curve, the first baseline, just as soon as possible. Then we are getting as late as possible baseline. Okay, so this is the baseline, so you can see the compare it. We can show the forecast line. You can see, let me change the width, and we have a forecast line. This is also unique for project tracker, and it gives the line accordingly to the current work rate, which we have performed until the data date. So it takes the information which we have currently, and it gives the line S curve according to our performed work rate. Okay, so let me just switch it off for a while. Then we have additional lines such as early target line and late target line. So if I'll switch it on, we'll be able to see like this is the two additional target lines are useful display the scheduled position of the activities, but in the earliest finish, in the earliest their finish date and the latest finished date position. Again, this are the drawn from the report date and will meet the normal target line. So for now we don't need them. We're able to display our data date line. So okay, so moreover the project tracker, we can show our dynamic status. So what I mean by the dynamic status, so let me show our activity details. So once I move my mouse over the curve, we are able to see dynamic information. So in this case, we are able to see what is the date, the progress, the slippage we have. Then more activity details, we can see the activity details. So everything, all information about the activities can be shown as well. So let me move more here. Let's say in this part. So if you can see that this is the dynamic status and we can see all information which we required. Okay, I will switch it off for a while. Then we have a draw period target graph. So the period graphs gives us the non-cumulative look. Okay, let me add the data table. There is the target graph, and then we have a baseline graph. Okay, just a second, I'll show the baseline first. So in this case, we are able to see where we have our slippage. And moreover, beside that information, we have a x-axis. It may be the months, days, the weeks. We are able to show them in the both part or only in the bottom or without any axis. However, I prefer to use them in the both part. So data table. This is a format the x-axis dialog window where we can set data table values as a cumulative. Then we can set up the months format, the year format, default hours per day, per week, per month, the font size. The lines is we are able to show, for instance, the planet data. Let me show you here. And below we have a date table. We are able to indicate what we would like to see in our report. Let me switch them. Okay. Okay, another good option in Project Tracker is we are able to show the Gantt chart. So once we have a Gantt chart, we're able to display the Gantt chart lines accordingly. We can fit to the page, or we can show the 50 activities, or in this case I would like to show the 20. So we have options to switch the shade complete. So in this case, this is a completed part, and beside the dynamic information, we are able to indicate that this part is already completed and we have shaded them. So moreover, let me go down a bit. Where the project tracker is able to show the critical path we can show the baselines. So let me just make it more the baseline color. So this is all customizable, and you can create the report, redesign the report according to your company requirements. Right? We can display only the summaries. So now we have only summary information with the baseline. If we don't want to see the critical paths, we can remove. If we don't want to see the baseline, we can remove them as well. Okay. Beside the curve, we have the text-based progress report. This is a progress report where we have the summary progress, targeted completion, all the information that here are getting from your imported, whether it's a Primavera or MSP or Rastapower project file. So if you'd like to get some narrative reporting, you can use, like, this is the fully editable to print. So I'm just writing here in order to have a narrative report. If you would like, this is no problem. So you have several options in order to save, to print, to cut, make it bold, reline them. So this is a ready text report. Okay, now I'm going to the filtering part. So this filters comes from the WBSS and also by the codes, so, and also by the resource. So let's say I would like to see the only the foundation part. So right now I'm able to see the only foundation part, or I would like to see the carpentry work. So right now we are able to see the carpentry work as curves. Or in this case, we are able to see the all report. So beside that, if you would like to have the only carpentry work, for instance, the view, so we can first add a text. Let's say I'll add a text here. Oops, sorry for that. This is I'm using actually the new version of the project tracker, which is right now testing. I'll just have a quick import. Then let's say, okay, I would like to add a text here. So once I have added the text, and I'll have here to see my baseline, I'm able to edit this text. Let's say we have some weather delay here, or the raining period, right? Raining period, and I'll have a font size 20. Okay, so I'm able to add this as a view and save it as a view. Okay, I'll add it as a view, I'll save it. So let's say this is a general view. I've saved it. Then I would like to see only the foundation part, and I'll also add it to the view, and I'll say that this is a foundation part. So for me to be able to switch between them is really easy. So I have a view part here, and all the views are saved here, so I can switch between our views very easily. Okay. Now on the just a second, on the data row data, we have, this is as an Excel table. We are able to see what we have on our baseline, the recovery line. So all this information as well editable. If you like, you can change this information. or you can get the export to Excel. Okay. Do you have any questions until now? Any questions? Okay, we have yes, hello. So I see there is no questions. So okay. The target, we have a question from Samer Salma. So he's asking the target line, is it coming from the Primavera P6 or calculated by the application? It is calculated, we get the information from the P6, so we do not change or edit any information. So it's getting the data, the information from the Primavera or imported file. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, if everything is clear, I would like to end today's webinar. Anyway, this video recording will be sent to you, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. If you need one-to-one demonstration, we're happy to provide this. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you for joining our webinars.